All right, number one, changing strings after always doing downstroke. Yes? Right. So, I usually don't like to get too much into detail with this thing I'm about to say, because if people can just kind of figure out how to get their arm and hand to work without getting all into the nitty gritty of this pick, slanting, string escape, whatever the heck you want to call it. Here's kind of what needs to happen. Whether you start with your pick going like this first, or you do more this kind of picking. The fastest stuff, I have a bit of a tilt this way with my hand. So when I pick down, I'm picking down and away from the guitar, and my upstrokes are coming in to the guitar. So this idea was popularized as pick slanting, but now they refer to it as, I guess, downward escape motion and upward escape motion. Basically, how you get from one string to the next. So like when you're changing strings on, or like after you do your downstroke. So when you pick down and away from the guitar like this, now you're not stuck in between the strings. If you do your upstroke, now in between the strings. So doing your downstrokes here, you want to, when you go to change strings, you want to have some kind of motion where you go down and away from the guitar. I'm going to try and exaggerate that while playing this at the slower speeds. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of did a hammer on, or I did a hammer on from nothing because I missed picking the string. It's rather challenging to try and make humongous downstrokes to really show what the heck I'm talking about. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I think you mentioned like the descending was the toughest bit. So, let's see. So yeah, once you do that downstroke to get out from between the strings, it's just, you want to try and miss hitting the string you were just on as you're coming back. And if you, as you get faster, you're not going to have a choice. You're going to end up hitting strings that you don't want, but that's why we do lots and lots of muting. Okay, let's start speeding this up here. The faster it goes, hopefully you can still see like how I am changing strings, moving the pick. Things definitely change a bit for me when I change strings after upstrokes. But here we go, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong notes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's wrong. I screwed up about 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 260. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 280. 1, 2, too. So, the way I pick, there's a bit of an issue. I learned to, well, I overcame just by doing a shit ton of metronome stuff. And I just always let my hand and arm do whatever they felt necessary to make things happen. So, Troy Grady's the guy who filmed me and showed me what the heck I was actually doing, and I had no idea. That's how I learned about all the slant stuff and pick escape motions and all that. So here we are changing strings after the upstroke. So what do I need to do? Because I always pick down and out like this for the most part. That's the only way I can do that. It's the only way I can pick that fast. I have to do it this way. Anyway, doing this, what I end up doing is I'll flip my pick this way. So after that last note there, I'll do a quick little turn with the forearm or the wrist too. I mean, just kind of like a little of both. Yeah, flip the pick around this way so I can do the upstroke to come out away from the strings. So. Come up like that on that final stroke. So now I can be free of the strings and transfer without hitting any adjacent string. But as always, eventually you get going too fast, you can't make those motions, so you gotta mute. Slower speeds, definitely avoid hitting the other strings. Eventually it gets too fast and you just can't do it. So anyway, see if you can catch the little twitch, little turn that I do. As I change strings here. 1, 2, 60. I exaggerated it at that speed because I could. Now, it's not going to be so easy. So 120, 1, 2, 3, 4. 180, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. God damn it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 260, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 280, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 300, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had to make myself just blast through the strings on that speed. So yeah, when I play stuff where I am changing strings after an upstroke, I'm at a disadvantage because this is my fastest picking going this direction, not this direction. So hopefully that stuff makes sense. So just being aware of those things can help you take advantage of string changes at higher and higher speeds. All right, legato time. Eventually, especially because we've got 2 weeks here, I want you to embrace the suck and work this whole thing up. Yes, all 4 bars. I mean, you can definitely do like the 2-bar thing just to get some extra speed stuff, or even just do 1 bar to just get used to playing at the faster speeds. Eventually, it would be really, really good workout for you. Work it up with the repeat. So, think of it as like you're doing a peak strength kind of thing, a peak strength endurance thing. See, like the last day, the last Monday before you and I meet up again, try working this up with the repeat. Really make that forearm work. Here we go. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Muting the note out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. One 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there we go. So, any questions come up, please let me know. If you haven't done so before, because I don't remember if we talked about this pick slant stuff or not. Wait a minute, that's right. You found me on Troy's site of the forum. Somebody recommended, or you heard about it that way. Well, now you have my take on it. All right, any questions come up, let me know. I'll see you again in 2 weeks.